Hello everyone, welcome to Fiaura. So, it's been a little bit since we had a World of Tanks replay. As a matter of fact, it's been about 4 days. And lots of Armored Warfare stuff. And I was going to do another Armored Warfare review today. However, we have been side-railed by Digger 007 from the Clan Glob on the EU server. Because I saw this, watched it, my jaw hit the floor, and I said, I gotta use this. Like, there's just no questions asked. Don't worry, we will be resuming some more Armored Warfare content shortly. However, in the meantime, we have the Jagdtiger. The Jagdtiger is a personal favorite of mine. I wish I still owned mine as a permanent tier 9. That much said, he is on a defense of Karelia. And while this is going to start off a little slow, with his nice German 128mm gun, it's going to start speeding up quickly. Now, sadly, he just shot a premium shell directly into a Tiger 1. That's kind of overpin right there. But he can still bounce. Rarely. He's zooming in on the T10 right now. Ooh, that nice high roll. That epic nice high roll slap right there. He doesn't like that. And then we're looking at, oh look, there's an American M103. Well, that U.S. Marine just, wow. Let's double check this real quick. He's high rolling. He's rolling. He is high rolling that craps table today. Damn. A little E50 in him just worked that T10 down hard. Hello, ISU. Goodbye. Oh, not! Haha, you thought he was dead, didn't you? Well, he's dead now. John gets all that lovely assist damage for tracking the poor guy. And then blows the T10 out of the water. And here's the other T10, the one he slapped earlier, who apparently did not learn his lesson about coming flying out of that Pershing there. Up, RU. Up, no! John missed. RU's rushing his WZ friend. But the RU stops. You're in a light tank. You're not a heavy. This is a bad idea. Well, it was a bad idea. His team seems to be winning this handedly right now, as the southern flank of the enemy have been just reduced to one-shot kills for, well, most of the tanks out here with tier 9s here. And doesn't seem like we have much to worry about, as he's been sniping away from this forward tank destroyer position. However, things are about to get a little hairy. You'll notice how the other side of the field is starting to crumble. In addition to the fact that the entirety of the rest of the enemy team is all north, and the majority of the enemy team's push originated from that sector. And there goes a Bulldog. However, the T10 down south is gone, as is the M103. That still leaves the majority of the enemy tier 9 force alive and well. In addition to sniper fire from the ridge, which is being issued by the SU-101. John having a bit of indecision moment here. He does appear to have the zoom out mod installed. I'm not sure if it's kind of a legal gray area for mods. I'm not really going to criticize it. I have a completely unmodded client. Which means that the only way I can tell you have mods installed is when the client does something that it shouldn't be doing, such as zooming out this far right now. In the meantime, it appears as though the enemy has almost leveled up the score. And we hear fire going off as John's platoon mate eats a lot of shells right now. And his friendly Pershing now falls. That really aggressive Pershing from earlier that the T-10 was trying to get, that John saved. Yeah, well, Digger, he's dead now. I'm sorry. And his platoon mate just went down. This is now a losing game. John probably should have gone straight over. We do a little critique around here. In my opinion, he should have been driving straight over to try to assist his allies. Instead, he's been hesitating and sitting up here. He is switching back to his APCR, though. He hasn't fired one of those shells since the first round, because he's realized he might need it, and it might need to count. As he makes his way around the back of the map, the safest bet he had to not expose his super thin side armor. For those who are unaware, the side armor is only 80 millimeters thick, whereas the front armor is 250. Side armor is really thin. Ooh, the IS is sniped to death by withering fire, possibly from the KV-3, the WZ-11114, and the T-54E1 all at once. Meaning this is getting worse by the moment. His team have not killed any tanks in the last 2.5 minutes. Ever since the southern flank of the enemy completely fell, they have been continuing to fight and lose. John, however, wants to make a change in that. Ooh! Dear T-54, goodbye. Digger should have got here sooner. He really should have got here sooner. Now the enemy is hesitant to advance because they feel the fire of the 128 mil, and uh-oh. Down to two tank destroyers. One of which is the the Stuart Emile, also referred to as the Saint Emile, and here in the States we call it the syphilis machine. Because it gives the driver of it and the person he's shooting at syphilis. Yeah, we think it's that bad. The Rheinmetall Borsig's awesome. We call that the Roomba. Because it looks like one of those little things that vacuum the floor. So the tank after it we think is awesome. But the actual tank here, yeah, we don't like it. Hello, SU-101. You weren't expecting this welcome. Twin 128s to the face. Ooh, John has to eat a shot. Uh-oh. Here comes a T-54E1 spraying his autoloader. There's one. Two. John finishes him before the third shot can be flung into him. Oh, his engine is damaged. He's got to get this thing turned around. Fix your engine! He's still up against 4 enemy tanks. Technically, he almost got a call a ban. He almost would get a call a Banos if he pulled this out. Ooh, there goes another enemy vehicle. Now he's worried about being outflanked again. He's got himself wheeled around. I would be super paranoid about being outflanked. I really would. He's also packed up way too much high explosive ammunition, in my opinion, and is therefore running out of ammunition. Oh, shit! He's got to take this guy out really quick. He's going to eat a hit. Oh! It's a big one. But he gets just barely before he would have shot the upper plate. KV-3 is coming up behind him. He is a one-shot for the KV-3 as he runs away to get behind cover so we can turn the hell around. HE? Are you serious, KB3? 16 seconds on the clock. You have his side armor. You're firing high explosive? 29 hit points remaining. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Game! Told you it was going to have a plot twist and come down to a nail biter. So, high explosive, really, KB3? I bet his entire team was cussing in chat. He got 2 shots into the side and rear of a Jagdtiger and fired HE. Let's go take a look at the final stats of this particular encounter. So here we have it. Jagdtiger defending 7 kills, close combat, 28 hit points left. He got his first class mastery badge. He got tank sniper. He got the top gun. He did not get the high caliber, however. He was barely short of acquiring that medal as well. 16 shots fired, 15 hits, 12 penetrations, 3,984 damage, 2,586 of which is from distance more than 300 meters, and he took 6 hits to do it. Sometimes when you're in a Jagdtiger, you gotta button your helmet, bite your lip, and say, alright, it's on. And that's what John did. Right there at the end, he said, you know what? I gotta do this, and just went all in. If he had sat there and waited and the KB3 come around, the WZ would have come around behind him and finished him. He took the fight back to the enemy in the closing seconds, and it paid off. Kinda. It's a win. It's a very good win. But the premium ammunition was probably unnecessary and has cost him a pretty penny. Jagdtiger Tier 9s don't make credits. One of the defects, but he does walk out of here with 3,500 plus experience points. And a very, very nice story to tell all his friends and even show us. Defending, and I had to fight off a bunch of tanks, and then their KV-13 was a KV-3 now, not a KV-13. Fired some HE that I managed to bounce until the clock ran out. If the KV-3 had come around with armor piercing loaded. Then again, he had plenty of ammo. We know he had the ability to fire armor piercing. I don't know why he wasn't firing armor piercing. John was an average damage roll for him on the first shot. Right at it, he was sitting at exactly 390 hit points, and the KV-3 chose to use high explosive. His entire team has to be absolutely livid with him. I personally would be. But, hey, cool story. Nice match. Nicely done by Digger here. I call him John because that's what it was labeled in his email. But in the meantime, if that's everything, we have after stuff to discuss while you guys get to see the previous World of Tanks video. It's right there. You can click on it and go straight to it. If you'd like to see more stuff by me, Fiaura, and join the army of Fiaura, punch that big red button with the fist of righteousness that you own somewhere. Even if it's kind of dirty, I know you own one. Go ahead and use it. If you want to do me an excellent favor and the channel a good favor, and you were entertained by what you saw, hit the like button. Click it, punch it, shoot it, blast it to pieces, throw the dynamite at it. Dynamite, for those of you who don't know what my accent is the same thing as dynamite. If you would want to support the channel for some odd reason, because some of you actually do, you can do this through Patreon. Simply click on the banner or check out the link in the description below. This channel is exclusively run by you guys. It is my only source of income at this point, and I have decided to keep it that way so long as you guys are willing to support me. So you guys get more entertainment from me. Yay. And there you have it. If you can't that's also how I picked my moderators for live stream chat. After 2 months, anyone who's a moderator automatically becomes, anyone who's a patron automatically becomes a moderator. Lastly, if you can click on the ad at the end of the video, and that is another way in which you can support the channel. In the meantime, from my house to yours, this is Fiaura officially signing out for right now, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye, everyone. Now, I generally consider tier 4 to be kind of seal clubby, and you guys can see why. Poor baby seal over there is dead. But considering he's fighting tier 5 opponents, I thought this would be rather entertaining! Not even aware of the fate that's about to befall you. Oh, Rex took a hit, but it's not gonna save you. It just sounds like it hurts. Poor guy. Good God. Rip his face off, why don't you? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, this is... Okay, it is a Matilda. It does have... Okay, never mind. He's going after the duck. That poor duck. Doesn't even know he's about to get duck hunted.